2 minutes, strap in. To understand the sacred texts of Judaism, it is important to understand the history of Judaism. For more than 1800 years, the religion existed in diaspora, which means they were spread out from Israel. Being removed from a central homeland meant temples, monuments, governments, and sacred sites had to be replaced by books. The sacred texts of Judaism are a bridge between past and present and serve as an inspiration to the future. The people of the temple became the people of the book. At the core of the Jewish scriptures is the relationship between God and the Jews, particularly the covenants made by God with the patriarchs, Adam, Noah, Abraham, Jacob, Moses, and David. The Hebrew scriptures are divided into three sections: the Torah, the Nevim, and the Ketuvim, the law, the prophets, and the writings, collectively known as the TaNaK. There are 39 books in total, and they were probably divided into books around 3 BC. The canon wasn't formalized for another 500 years. The Torah is the most sacred of all Jewish texts, though it can be tricky to define. Torah can mean all sacred Jewish writings, and it can also mean the first 5 books: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. These books talk about creation, the flood, the patriarchs, and laws regarding life and religious ritual. This is known as the written Torah, and in a little while I'll mention the oral Torah, but while we're paused, it's also relevant to mention that the phrase the Old Testament is not Jewish, it's Christian. When discussing Jewish text, it's not appropriate. The N of the TaNaK, in which is the Nevim, and it focuses on the development of the Israelite kingdom through the stories of the prophets who challenged the people of Israel to live according to God's law. The Ketuvim contains history, stories, proverbs, psalms, and poetry. All are believed to be divinely inspired and play significant roles in Jewish worship, prayer, and theology. The scriptures that are used in services are always handwritten scrolls that are kept in a special cabinet in the synagogue called an ark. They are treated reverentially, and a special pointer is used called a yad to follow the text. In addition to the written scriptures, there is also the Talmud, which is a collection of oral teachings and law. The word Talmud is derived from the Hebrew verb to teach, which can also be expressed in the verb to learn. In the 2nd century CE, the oral Torah was compiled and written down in the Mishnah. Over the next few centuries, additional commentaries elaborating on the Mishnah were also written down. These are known as the Gemara. The Gemara and the Mishnah together are known as the Talmud. This was completed in the 5th century CE.